Brothers and sisters, blessed Sunday. You know, at the heart of our Christian faith is intimacy. You've heard the adage before, maybe, into me you see is a way of thinking of intimacy. It's when you open your heart to someone else, that they don't just know you from the surface, but they know you from the inside. They know your deepest secrets. They know your mystery, you know, of who you are in a more profound way, or at least they're getting to know the mystery of who you are. This infinite mystery that we are as well. You know, there's so many sides to us, so many elements to our personality, our experience, our history, that is so multi-dimensional. And we open this to someone, a friend, or whether it's a spouse, family member, and we share this part of our life. And when that person returns that in some kind of mutuality, they start to open up their heart. That's why, you know, love really has a strong foundation. That's why friendship, which is the grounds of any marriage, should be based not on opposites, but on equality, about the things that we hold in common with each other. Because that's really what gives us strong foundation to build a relationship. And that's why when we have conversation, or when we share, or when we communicate these deep mysteries from ourselves, the other person starts to understand us. And you know, differences are important. We're not always going to be absolutely equal. And then God, you know, there's complementarity, you know, things that we would, you know, we help the other person perfect by making a gift of some gift we have that they don't have, etc. But come back to this foundation is so key. This intimacy is based on this foundation of what is in common, what is shared. And that's what leads to a firm love, a love that is built up. And we have a duty to build up this commonality by sharing, by being proactive as well, in relationships, by trying to find that common ground by which we could share a life together in a language that is understood, because we both experience what we hold in common. Now, this is true of God and us as well. God created these laws of friendship. They exist in reality. They observed, whether you're in India, Africa, Trinidad, Europe, wherever you are, Ireland. These laws still operate. They're universal truths. They're universal experience. And so God, respectful of these laws, gives himself to us in a way that is appropriate to us as human beings. So the way too that we have intimacy with God is that God has created an equal foundation for us. And what is that? That's what grace is. Grace has transformed us in the life of grace and makes us partakers in God's very nature, to the point that we are truly sons and daughters of God, that we are not God, capital G, because God is still distinct from us, but by grace we're made one with him and share with him a profound unity. So what Jesus is by nature, what the Word of God is, what the Son of God is with his Father by nature, we are by grace. And we truly are. We truly are partakers in the divine nature. We have been divinized. We have been graced. That's what it means to be graced. We've been graced. So this firm foundation now, by which God then can become our friend. You know, we can have a deep love because we have a firm foundation now to share things. And that is the divine life. You know, that God has shared his divine life with us. And more than that, God has communicated his deepest secrets to us. You know, which is what in church language we call mysteries. They're no longer secrets, as in that we don't know, but they're things that God only knows about himself that he's decided to share with us. And he shared that through the life of Jesus. Every moment in Jesus' life is a mystery, because it reveals some secret that was in God, that God was waiting to reveal about God, about himself, in the life of Jesus, at the appointed time. As St. Paul would say, the kairos, that appointed moment when God would want to share fully who he is. Why? Because this is just according to the laws of relationship, the laws of friendship, the laws of revelation, about personal disclosure to each other. Like I said, in a relationship, there comes a point when people are courting, or even as relationships in a family are deepening, people start to share their heart. And of course, you need all sorts of things there. Trust, you need confidence, you need openness, you need the virtue of liberality, as in generosity to share your heart. And that will all, because of sin in the world, that causes us pain and suffering, which we see. Jesus, the Father, shared with us his ultimate heart, Jesus, his ultimate love. And look what we did. We destroyed that love, but Jesus still continued to love. So we have to still continue to love and expose. And that's very difficult because it will cost us so much pain. So many supposed friends will not be friends to us. They won't be able to return the love to us. But how do we deal with that? Do we settle in a mediocrity and go backwards, or do we continue to love? Well, we can ask God for that grace. But the point is that God has, in the gospel today, Jesus says, if you believe in my words, in other words, my secrets, my truth, my deepest truths, will make our home with you. In other words, you will receive intimacy. So how do we get to know Jesus and get into his heart? By reading the scriptures, by spending time with him in prayer, building intimacy with him.